Welcome back to Soul Renovation. I'm Adeline Atlas, 7 times published author. You can't bypass karma. You must return. Healed karma is not punishment. It's pattern. And until you confront the cycle at its root, until you show up in the same room, with the same trigger, with a new response, the loop repeats. Healing ends where integration begins. To exit a karmic cycle, you don't run. You return. But you return different. You return with clarity, with control, with a healed response instead of the wounded one. Because karma isn't about revenge, it's about repetition. And until you demonstrate that you've integrated the lesson, the test will keep showing up in different disguises. You cannot bypass karma. You cannot pray it away, manifest your way around it, or script your way past it if your behavior hasn't shifted. Karma is a system of energetic accountability. It's not about morality, it's about vibration. And the universe doesn't care what you say. It tracks what you do. Here's what no one teaches. Karma cycles don't always look like suffering. Sometimes they look like comfort, familiarity. This feels normal. But normal isn't always healthy. Sometimes it's just historical. It's an energetic echo of unhealed decisions playing out on loop. And until you consciously disrupt that pattern with a different choice, a new posture, a better boundary, it continues. Let's get specific. If you always attract the same kind of relationship, the kind that tests your voice, your value, your emotional regulation, that's a karmic pattern. You might think, but I've done the work. Okay, but have you demonstrated that work in real time? Because karma doesn't reset in meditation. It resets in motion. In that moment where you could react the way you used to, and instead you pause, breathe, choose differently. That's the break. That's the correction. Returning to the timeline doesn't mean physically going back to an ex, a city, a situation. It means being faced with the same energetic configuration, the same feeling, the same dynamic, and then doing what you couldn't do before. If you used to chase, you stand still. If you used to silence yourself, you speak up. If you used to betray your values to stay accepted, you walk away. That's karmic exit. And yes, it's hard. Karma is sticky. It's seductive. It will invite you to repeat the pattern, not because the universe is cruel, but because the cycle hasn't been completed. Until you finish the loop with integrity, with healed action, with higher discernment, the karmic door stays open. But here's the power. Once you pass the test, it closes. And it closes clean. That situation no longer has power over you. You don't attract it anymore. You don't feel entangled. You feel free. Not because something changed outside of you, but because you evolved inside the moment that used to control you. And that's where true spiritual maturity lives. Not in escaping the pattern, but in facing it and transforming it with action. It's easy to post about healing. It's easy to journal about growth. But karmic cycles break when you're triggered. And choose presence over panic, clarity over chaos, evolution over ego. You work with the laws of karma, not against them. They are neutral. They're not there to punish. They're there to mirror. To show you, again and again, where your energy is still creating outcomes that don't align with your higher self. And when you stop resisting the mirror and start responding differently in front of it, the mirror changes. So if you're wondering why something keeps repeating, stop asking, why me? And start asking, where haven't I shifted my response yet? Because when your behavior changes, the story can finally end. The contract dissolves. The lesson is complete. The School of Soul Vault is my private monthly membership designed for those who are done just listening and ready to start building. Inside, you get full access to my video series, the unfiltered teachings, the strategy, the game plans, everything I don't share anywhere else. If you're ready to grow in silence and rise with precision, this is where it happens. Join the vault, monthly access, lifetime impact.